Hi, Natasha here, former Burnout SLP turned private practice consultant and strategist. So, again, this is not live. I'm just not going to deal with the tech right now, but I wanted to get on and throw down another video because I am on a roll with the planning aspect of things and I want to kind of keep the momentum going. So, as National Speech Language and Hearing Month is almost over, I want to ask you something. So, are you running your practice or is your practice running you? So today I want to talk about one of the most fundamental habits that has really driven my practice to a whole nother level, which is a weekly CEO hour. So that might sound crazy, but I want to explain some stuff a little bit. So it's really simple, it's strategic, and it also doesn't have to be an hour. Just say an hour because there's a lot of moving pieces involved, and depending on the layers of your practice and life in general, it may be beneficial to do an entire hour. So it's going to change how you operate your business and your calendar altogether. So I want to just look at my notes to make sure I cover all the things today. So, as we all know, as private practice owners, you're wearing a lot of hats. You are the clinician, you are the marketer, you're the biller, you're the admin, you are all the things. So, with that being said, who's actually driving the business forward? So, this is where for a long time, and many practice owners fall short, which is they spend so much time in their practice and not enough or zero time on their practice. So, you end up feeling more reactive than intentional with your time and how everything ends up playing out day to day, week by week. So let's talk a little bit about what the CEO hour actually is. So it's a recurring appointment with yourself, okay? And it's once a week and absolutely goes in your calendar, just like any other client appointment or task that you do. It goes in your appointment, it's recurring, it's happening, you schedule it, and it is with you and only you. And even in a group practice, I mean, granted, you should be meeting anyway, but why aren't you meeting with yourself? So, what really happens during that time is a few different things. Typically, it'll be again for the simplicity of this video. I'm not going to get into the weeds of all the things, but it is reviewing the week, right? So, what worked, what didn't work, what got executed, what didn't, and then the why. And then you're also, of course, looking at metrics. So, from the business standpoint, when you think of this as a CEO hour, so you're looking at revenue, what, costs, expenses, and then also from a client perspective, how many cancellations have you had and where were you spending your time? Whether that was what you spent the most time on or what you didn't spend enough time on that you would have desired to. And then from there, executing decisions, right? Business and otherwise. So I'm talking a lot business on this side, again, for simplicity's sake, but when we're looking at things, we're looking at scheduling then for what already happened and then what you want going forward. And then additional things that you don't necessarily want to be doing during the week that you want to allot to this time, which could be if you're outsourcing any tasks, whether that be billing, marketing, and otherwise, kind of fitting those things in during that hour so that you can use your time doing other things during the week, during your admin time. Um, and of course, setting priorities, but that all goes with the planning parts of things. And like I had mentioned last week, for me, I plan on excuse me, on Fridays for the next week. So that would be my pro tip to you that this meeting takes place with yourself before the weekend. So really just the high level overview of some things is you're blocking out a week if an hour a week, but if that seems to be way way too much time to commit to an appointment with yourself, you can just start with 30 minutes, okay? Now, you do not have to call it a CEO hour. You don't have to call it a power hour. You name it, whatever makes sense to you that you can take seriously. So Decide on whatever that name is going to be. You name it, you put it in your calendar, and it's recurring. So make sure it's those three things, okay? It doesn't matter what you call it, as long as you know what it is and you know that that is your time to devote to your business with your owner hat on. And so, and then while you do this, you're going to have a checklist of sorts. It's either an outline, a checklist, what have you. But again, this is a high level overview. So I share what works for me and and with my clients inside my program, the Private Practice Burnout Solution. But for this video, I'm just going to give you a high level overview of what that outline typically will contain, which would be, reviewing again of the week that just ended. Doing a checks and balances, planning then, of course, for the following week, and then that prioritization piece. So without this dedicated in your calendar, something that you're doing, you're again always going to come from a reactive place, right? And then you're just, you're putting out fires and you're scrambling, and it's imperative that you devote time to your business to plan from an owner's perspective. Of course, as clinicians, we work inside our practice and we are treating and we are doing the things. Maybe some of you aren't, but most of us are. So, with that being said, you have to devote that time and you have to make that time. So again, it doesn't have to be a full hour. You can start it with this 30 minutes, but as you start, you're planning from not only the business perspective, yet, personal and otherwise, you're going to need more than 30 minutes likely to complete this until you get into a good routine. So with that being said, if your practice feels like it's literally running your life and you don't have time even for this 30-minute meeting with yourself, I invite you to take a deeper dive with me, and I'll send you the link for what's called my practice breakthrough assessment. And that again it's a quick, maybe 10 minutes it would take you, questionnaire to fill out as an audit. And then I receive that. I will give you a personalized review that would include a video and a scorecard and an invitation to all of the things that will help optimize your practice. So you can either comment audit on this post or just send me a private message, and I would be happy to send you the link for that. Just remember that at the end of the day, you do deserve to work on your practice, not just simply surviving. Talk soon.